Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you smash the like button and all that good jazz. And today, I've got a nice little panel show. We're supposed to get in maybe one or two more as well on, maybe even three, I don't know. We're going to be discussing, it's a new show I'm basically starting. It's called Touchline Cage, but I don't really know if I just call it a live show, to be honest with you. I don't really know a name for it. Do you know what I'm saying? Let me know if you lot, what you lot think I should name the show. But yeah, today I'm joined by Zia. How are you, bro?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good, bro. Is that a Getafe shirt you got on there?
Oh yeah, I was being shameless because they're playing
Why?
Madrid. Yeah, why
Oh,
not?
good. Oh, but why do you even have a Getafe shirt in the first place?
My friend, actually, my friend, he plays for which it's a weird story, but he plays for Leganes' youth team. He pulled up back to Saudi and he brought this shirt with him. That's it.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, we're going to be discussing a few things. We could discuss United and Bayern. I think we're going to have Gio on as well, so we're going to be discussing Juve or whatever, or we could discuss, the Italian Super Cup, which obviously AC Milan and Inter Milan just played. Or sorry, what's it called? The Italian fucking what's it called? The Italian FA Cup, pretty much.
Coppa Italia, Coppa Italia.
Coppa Italia, that's it. Of course it is. Yeah, Coppa Italia. But I wanted to discuss: has football gotten worse? Because some people seem to try and make out it hasn't. So I wanted to know what you lot think. And obviously, I already know what Zia's going to say. I know what Bayern View's going to say. And UCL semi-final predictions for, was it next week? And we're going to do Europa League final semi-final predictions after today. By the way, Bilbao's best player in Sunset has been injured, playing Las Palmas. So he's now out I presume he's out potentially for the season, but he's definitely out for the first leg against us. So that's a big blow for them. I think Williams is back though. Nico Williams is back for them, so that'll be a plus for them. But do you know what I'm saying? Imagine if they were both out, we'd have a massive boost. Two of their best players out for a semi-final. But yeah, as I say, make sure you hit like buttons. Make sure you subscribing to everyone on the panel. Make sure you subscribe to Zia Talks. Nearly on 800 subs. So yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you go and find his channel, people. But yeah, I wanted to wait. I don't know, because it's annoying because the fucking panelists have turned up. They're taking ages. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But we could just start off with. Should we just start off with has football gotten worse?
Yeah, just start and whoever joins in, bro. Put it that way, bro. I say that's what we do.
Yeah. Has football gotten worse, do you think?
So here is the thing, right? I think it's gotten worse, but I will tell you this. I think our reasoning might be a bit different. Because here's the thing. The way I view football nowadays, I view it as like coaches are the reason to why it's gotten worse. I don't think like we like ballers because we like ball. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I understand. Fans are gonna say, well, fans are a part of the problem because they judge ballers based on stats. I mean, true, but don't you think that's on the managers as well? I feel like it starts from the management. The management are the ones that basically profile that player. Then when they profile that player, they play, they perform to a specific standard, whatever, right? And then the fans look at the numbers. And then when they look at the numbers, they're like, oh, that's why the manager did it. And also, management put it up there as well, don't they? TV programming put it up there. So because they do all these things, now the way fans perceive football players is not the same way as it was back in the day. So I think it's all started with when managers tried so hard to copy Pep because Pep ball was working for Pep. And now all they're doing is pass, U-shaped style. And here we are, man. Now you can't even tell who's a proper football player and who's not a proper football player because their specific talents are coached out of them. You know what I mean? They're coached away. It's like imagine right now you have good skills in class, yeah. You're a smart boy in class, yeah. You know your maths, you know your formulas, all this stuff, right? Because you have that talent for it. But then next thing you know, you're told to solve a problem in a different way. And because you're told to solve a problem in a different way, now you forgot the previous way. I just feel like that's how football has become, bro. That's it. But if you want to counter it, if you want to have a say on the matter, Joe, anyway.
I personally think it has gotten worse. I think the best players in the world 10 years ago versus the best players in the best players in the world 10 years ago versus the best players in the world now is not even a comparison. You had Messi, Ronaldo, cool. You want to sit there and say they're two of the best players of all time, but then you go the level below. Who's the best player in the world right now, do you think?
Vinicius? Right now, talent-wise, or like the way people...
Like over the course of 4 or 5 years or whatever.
Okay, but that's terms of performance. So that mostly you're saying best performing player then, not the best.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. I would say the best performing player in the past 2 years, 3 years. Now it's hard to say. You'd probably say a Vinny or a Rodri.
There you go. Vinicius or someone like that, yeah. Some people would say Mbappe.
Or
these players don't chat. Listen, let's forget Messi, Ronaldo for a second. Let's go down a level, yeah? Let's go down a level. Is Vinicius better than Neymar 10 years ago?
Oh, no.
Nowhere near him. Is he better than Iron Robin 10 years ago? No. Do you think he's better than Iron Robin 10 years ago? Do you think he's better than Hazard 10 years ago?
Nowhere near. No.
Do you think he's better than Frank Ribery 10 years ago?
Oh, nowhere near.
Who else? Who else? Chat. Who else is a few players? Let's go. Obviously, wingers. You know what I'm saying? Because Vinicius is the winger.
Oh, so we're just talking wingers.
Yeah, in a minute, because there's no point comparing him to Iniesta, even though he's not a better player than Iniesta. Anyways, Iniesta's way more technical than Yamal. But not Yamal. Vinicius. Gareth Bale. Yeah, Gareth Bale. Is he better than Gareth Bale?
No.
Nowhere near him.
Gareth Bale had talent, by the way. People underestimate that.
Yeah, Elise's a baller as well. Elise and Yamal are the only two wingers in today's football. Yeah, Rodrigo as well, to be fair. Elise, Yamal, Rodrigo, the only three wingers. But even then, any of those three wingers better than Neymar, Ribery, Robin, Hazard? Who else do you want to name? Even Alexis. You go down a peg. You go down to Alexis. When people sit there and tell me that they say the best players in the world right now, the best players in the world 10 years ago are better than the players right now, but the average standard of footballers, I'm like, I go back 10 years ago, yeah, because I first properly started watching football in about 2014-15, but I was watching it before. Obviously, I had my team. I have United kits from 2012 and things like that. I remember us winning the league against 20, but actually, I can lie. 2012-13, when we won the league, I did watch that season quite a bit, but the 2014-15 is when I properly started to watch it, yeah? Right, listen, I remember let's go to international teams, yeah? That Brazil team got slapped 7-1. However, that Brazil team would slap this Brazilian team right now. The Argentina team is better now. Yes, it's better now. Yeah, it is better now. The Argentina team back then was awful. So that's what 1-1. German team back then was way better than the German team.
Yeah, the German team. Yeah, no.
The Spanish team was way better than the team back now than it is now. The England's team, I would say England's team's better now. France's team, I would say France's team was better 10 years ago than it is now. So
actually, France's team is a debate because France.
Yeah, it's a debate, but it's definitely better for me. I think 2016
France back then were poor. Remember?
2016 France. They got to the final. They got unreal. We had Griezmann, Pogba, Kante, the Tweedy. You had. I imagine Ribery was probably still there. I'm saying. So you still had an elite pool of talent.
It's more debatable, the France one, I think.
The France one is debatable because they obviously won the World Cup 6 years ago now, and then they got to the final again. They do quite well in tournaments, so they're not a bad team right now, France. But who's another team? Do you know what I'm saying?
Portugal.
Portugal probably got more talent now, but they won the fucking Euros. They won the Euros.
Yeah.
28 France. Yeah, to be fair, 28. Yeah, but 2018 was 6 years ago, bro. 7 years ago. Such a deep hit. 20. Yeah, it's Italy. The Italian team was miles better than it is now. They didn't even qualify for the last 2 World Cups.
The Italian teams now are dead, man.
Exactly, bro. They had Pirlo, bro. I remember when we played them in 2014 World Cup. We played Italy, 2014 World Cup. Yeah, I remember Balotelli. They had, I imagine, Pirlo. I remember Pirlo at 2012 Euros when I was younger. I remember him playing. Spain bashed them up. Yeah,
Bro,
this will
Dutch
happen. This will
teams
happen.
as well,
This will-
you know.
I believe I could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong. Yeah, Italy played. Yeah. Oh, you've just mentioned the nail on the head. By the way, you just said the Dutch team. The Dutch team. Oh my god, we're gonna get into that. Hold on. I remember when Italy. Yeah, they played Spain. I think they played Spain in the group stages. I think they beat Spain. And no, they might have lost 1-0 or something along them lines. I don't know what the score was. Yeah. They then played Spain again in the final of the same tournament, which is Euro 2012. They got slapped in the final. I think they lost 4-0 in the final because what they did is they targeted Pirlo because he was dominating them in the first game. Do you know what I'm saying? So they took Pirlo out of the game and then they obviously slapped them 4-0. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. England 20 years ago was better, but England 10 years ago was shit. So, you know what I'm saying? England now is better than England 10 years ago. But yeah, I think it peaked. I think football peaked from about 06, 07 to 16, 17. I think that was when football was at its toppest levels. You know what I'm saying? You had all the best teams, had arguably their best ever teams in those eras. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea arguably had their best ever team. Real Madrid had arguably their best ever team. Barcelona had their best ever team. Man United had their best ever team. AC Milan had their best ever team. Who else? Who else? Do you know what I'm saying? Bayern Munich, you
Actually,
could
AC
argue.
Milan 2017. I get you
No,
mean, yeah.
but AC Milan before 06, 07 was arguably one of their best ever teams. You know when they had
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously they ended up falling off, but then they ended up getting Ronaldinho's and things like this. Do you know what I'm saying? Who else? Did you? Bayern Munich won the treble. Do you know what I'm saying? They had a top team throughout those 10 years. You can argue. So yeah, I think everyone had argued their best ever team, and internationally they had their best ever team. And I think now, actually, I think football is probably in its worst ever state in terms of quality, and definitely the worst ever state I've ever seen. It's so boring. Watching that Palace Arsenal game, Arsenal was supposed to be the second best team in England this season, and they just pass it side to side, side 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 side, side. Do you know what I'm saying? Side to side, side to side, blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, it's so boring to watch. I remember. To be fair, Villa actually play quite exciting. Villa do actually play quite exciting football. But I
Yeah, but
watched
they
Brentford.
also, but they
Oh yeah, I
also
watched City last night against Sevilla. It was a boring game. Apart from Rashford missing a few sitters. Rashford actually did get some good positions, try and create something, but it's just boring. So even from an entertainment purposes, football was boring. Do you know what I'm saying? It's in the absolute gutter at the minute. I think if you go through the top 100 best players of today's game, I think about 10 of them would get into the top 100 best players 10 years ago, personally. I don't know what you think.
I get where you're coming from, bro. Again, I still think all this is down from where it started, and where it started is people is because, bro, you have to understand, players, they when they were able to do what they were doing back in the day, they were given the freedom to do that.
But
Now they're not.
also, but also, can I just say, but also, Mbappe can't do what Neymar does. He can't do what Ribéry was doing. He can't do what Robin was doing. He can't do what Hazard
Yeah,
was
but
doing. He hasn't got the ability.
no, but again, that comes. Listen, with Mbappe, it's because he scores a lot of goals,
Yeah.
so he's able to somewhat get away with this stuff. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are some players that don't do that. I'll give you an example. Your player Garnacho. Your player Garnacho is nowhere near in terms of goal scoring nor technique. So he's not able to get away with it. Bro, my point is, it's all a misprofiling. By the way, you see my player, Leroy Sané, same problem. People think he's a baller. He's not a baller. He maybe was cooking at Man City.
He was at
He
Man
maybe
City.
was
He was a
cooking at Man
player,
City.
man.
Yeah, but after the ACL, he lost all of it. He lost all of it. You have to understand. Some players nowadays, they think they're better than what they really are. And in reality, guys, they're not, bro. They're just not. You know what I mean? It's like I think you said it once. They have an ego of like a Ronaldo, but they have an ability of like God knows who's some like scrub, bro. Like what? Makes no sense.
Yeah, that's what Garnacho has. Garnacho has the ego of Ronaldo and the ability. He hasn't even got the ability of Danny Welbeck. Do you know what I'm saying? He's up there with League One ability. He's a kick and run merchant. That's what he is. Do you know what I'm saying? Kick and run, kick the ball in front of a player blindly with his head down and run past him. Do you know what I'm saying? Football is too popular, but the quality is so exactly, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Spain is the only watchable thing. The Spanish teams, they're the only watchable. Like teams. And do you know another thing? Even another team we forgot, by the way, was Atletico. He's nowhere near better than Shea Lacey. Shea Lacey's a baller, by the way. If he can stay injury free, he'll break into the United team. He's a baller, Shea Lacey. Proper player. He's been talked about for years. I remember watching him a few years ago. He plays very similar to Phil Foden. Very similar to Phil Foden. He'll break into the United team if he can stay injury free.
Yeah, but Phil Foden's also overrated. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
You could.
Like, I rated him highly at one stage, but like if we're being real with ourselves, like, do you even know what's your position, bro? Like,
yeah, he's an attacking 8. La Liga has the real quality, even the Bundesliga. Yeah, but watching La Liga, watching the Spain team play, that's how they've been coached, in it. They're all just branded in that way. Like, for example, like Bilbao, as I said, their 2 best players, or no, Sunset's been injured. They'll bring a replacement in who won't be as good, but they'll still play the exact same type of football. They'll still dominate the ball. They'll still bop the ball off you, left, right, and centre. They'll drop in the half spaces. They'll be passing. They'll be playing Man United off the park in terms of the way they're passing. They might not be able to have the quality to put the ball in the net, but they'll still be able to. You know what I'm saying? Brentford ain't doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? Brentford ain't doing. Brighton ain't doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? People say, "Oh, Brighton play great football. They play great structured football." They just pass the ball sideways, backwards, back to the left back, and the left back's not even a left back. He's a centre back playing at left back, so he's just passing it sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards. You watch the likes of he just said Foden his ass. Like, you watch the likes of Bilbao playing in this league, in that league. You watch Betis play. That's Anthony's cooking at Betis. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they play such good football. They've got so much good footballers. Yeah. La Liga, though, La Liga has still fallen off. Like, it's the best league in the world, but it's still falling off, in my opinion. It's still way worse than it was, 10 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Atletico are way worse than they were 10 years ago, especially defensively. You know what I'm saying? Madrid are worse than they were 10 years ago. So are Barca. Sevilla are miles worse than they were 10 years ago. And I don't really know about Bilbao, but Bilbao were always kind of up there. Do you know what I'm saying? Bilbao had Laporte playing for him 10 years ago. I remember that.
So yeah, teams are nowadays just winning by default. I don't know if you feel that way. Like, example, my club, when we win our league, we win by default sometimes. Like, we don't even win because we're the best team. Like, you know, like same at times in La Liga, you know. Same at times, bro. Even Premier League, bro. People act like Premier League is the great thing since sliced bread, bro. Man City have won Premier Leagues by default, bro. Liverpool this season, yes, credit to them, and by the way, credit to like all the winners I mentioned. But like, let's be honest, over the course of the entire season, none of these teams I've mentioned have played the best that they can play during a season consistently, you know. And I think this is the problem with football. Again, it comes down to the fact that abilities and qualities are taken away from managers out of players. Or by a manager. You know what I mean?
I also just think they're just less talented, bro. Can't lie.
I don't think that's the case with all of them, bro. I really don't, because I find it hard to believe that there's no talent.
Let's just look at your team in isolation. Lise is very good, yeah? Yeah, but he's not more than Robin.
No, but the thing is, though, he has the potential to get to the ceiling because of the talent he has.
I don't think he's more talented than Robin. I think Robin was miles better, bro. I think Elise is very good, but I think Robin. You got to remember, Robin wasn't just good at Bayern; he was good at Chelsea as well.
Chelsea,
10 years
Madrid,
prior to when
he only left Madrid.
10 years prior to when he was cooking at Bayern, he was cooking at Chelsea.
Yeah, I know, but can I tell you something, right? So let me ask you a question. Do you think the same way with Yamal as well?
Yamal wouldn't start for Barca 10 years ago. Despite how good he is, he wouldn't start for Barca 10 years ago. He's not better than Messi, is he? And he's not better than Neymar. And he wouldn't play.
But don't you think that that's an element of that? There's an element of nostalgia in the way you're thinking, though.
What? So you think Leo Messi wouldn't start ahead of Yamal?
No. That's not the argument. The argument for me is that in football today, right? I feel like there is some talented players. I'm not saying there's as many or more. No, there was more back in the day. My issue is for those so-called some talented players, you can't even see it because it gets coached away from them. You can't like see them express themselves because the managers tell them, "I want you to be here. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Do this, this, yada yada yada."
Mhm.
So like the fact that you can't see them express themselves, like at the end of the day, you're not gonna get the best out of them. You get what I'm saying? That's just the way I view it, bro. It's, like you can say they're less talented. I mean, to a lot of the players, but there are some out there, I'm sure, like that have that talent, but you just can't see it as much, and it's a shame, man. It really is.
Who do you think has got that talent that you don't see enough? I think Foden was one of them, by the way. I think Foden was one of them. I think Foden's been coached out of him that style of play.
You're
I
not
think
gonna like
Foden.
one of the names I'm thinking of right now.
One second, bro. I feel like if Foden was playing in a Spanish team, if Foden was Spanish and he was playing in a Spanish team, yeah, with the talent that he's got, he'd be one of the best players on the planet. Instead, Pep just turned him into a shadow striker. Just turned him into a guy that cuts inside and bangs, bang, 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 bang. Do you know what I'm saying? He's got so much more talent to him. He can carry a ball, he can dribble, he can drop a shoulder, he can receive it on a turn. That he should have been able to have the quality to be an elite creator, an elite dictator of the game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna like one of the names I'm about to mention. But keep in mind, I'm telling you this based on what I saw in his first stages being there, or first stages of playing. Saka's one of them. I think Sancho's another one. Who else is another one?
I don't think Sancho is coaching for though. I know for coaching is part of why Sancho hasn't thingied. I just think mentally as well. I think mentally,
Maybe,
Sancho,
but
he doesn't
I
have the
feel like
mentality. He doesn't have the belief in himself as well.
But that's a problem as well. But again, that's another reason then, a mentality thing. Who else can I think of from Bayern? I'm not gonna lie. I actually think not anymore, but earlier on in his career, I thought Kingsley Coman was one of them. Who else is another one I can think of? Oh, Barcelona guys. Barcelona surely had players that, like, other than you. No, I wouldn't say Rafinha. Who else? Who else is Barcelona? Ansu Fati, if he didn't get injured, there was something in him.
Yeah, but Barca do allow players to express themselves. To be fair, they are still.
I know. Yeah. Real Madrid. Okay, no, I think Vinicius Junior is not a name because Vinicius Junior is one of them ones that just he does too much. He does too much for me. Like he thinks he's better than what he is. Don't get it twisted. He has his moments in which he cooks, but like there are moments in which it's not it. Like he just needs to be smarter. You know what I mean? Who else can I say? Goulet, if he was given more of a chance, I feel like you would have seen more out of him consistently. I think Rodrigo, because he has to play on the right more so than on the left. Because on the left, he's a different breed. I've given you a few names already. And see, this is the thing. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them, bro. I actually think Trossard from Arsenal. Trossard's one of them guys. I rate Trossard highly.
How can you discuss the football who's got worse? Mateta and Eze scored 2 bangers. That is 2 players, yeah. Mateta is actually good, by the way. You got this guy, so Mateta's a gem. I'd actually take him at United. I think he's a top player.
I like Mateta.
But football's got better. Let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. But Eze's goal was sick, yeah. But again, like Eze's goal was sick. How many players in the Premier League nowadays are scoring them goals? And Eze scored a great goal against Fulham. Eze's got talent to score great goals. I've seen him score good goals. Do you know what I'm saying? I've seen him cook, yeah, and score some bangers. And he scored a banger today off a corner on the volley. You don't see, bro. I remember, bro. Oh my days! I used to love a half volley or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember, bro, the amount of times players they used to score from corners, they used to score from they used to score things like that. Like the goal Eze scored today, we used to see that a lot of the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Go back and look at go look at like goals of the week, yeah, goal of the month, goal of the month. Yeah, it was like Zidane in the Champions League final. This guy's being shameless. Do you know what I'm saying? Go look at goal of the month on a random month in 2013 in the Premier League. Van Persie was scoring them goals weekly. He was scoring them goals weekly. Who in today's Premier League, is scoring the goals Van Persie was scoring? The volley against Southampton on the half volley, bang. The volley against Villa. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Eze scored a great goal today. Not saying he didn't. He didn't score great. He just scored a great goal. But you rarely ever see that in the Premier League. You rarely ever see that in football. I rarely ever see players hit things on a volley nowadays. When we score a volley, when I see a team score a volley, Man United or whatever, score a volley, I go fucking crazy because I'm like, that's something we don't have. I can't remember. Oi, any United fans in here? When was the last time we scored a volley? And I might sound stupid, but when genuinely was the last time we scored a volley? And another thing's here. Zero, got another thing. How many times now do we see players not score from direct free kicks? We don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
We don't see it anymore. Man United have scored one direct free kick, I think, this season, and that was against Arsenal. Might have scored one or two more.
I think same with us. I think with us it's the same thing with Olise.
Yeah, Rooney used to score loads. Ronaldo's obviously famous for how many he was scoring. Do you know what I'm saying? Bruno versus Burnley. Yeah, Bruno, exactly. Last time we scored a volley. No. Actually, Ahmad scored against Newcastle last season on a volley from the corner. Do you know what I'm saying? On the half volley. That was a banger. I can't remember the last time we banged on a volley. Someone just banged it in on a volley. Do you know what I'm saying? Bruno almost scored a volley against Leon when Dalot pinged the ball over the top, but you don't see it anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? RVP's volley against Southampton, his volley against Villa, his header against fucking Spain in the World Cup. This guy was the Flying Dutchman for a reason. He is one of the most technically gifted strikers I think we're ever going to see. Ronaldo versus Spurs, exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? That was an unreal goal, by the way. Do you know what I mean? We don't ever see, Man United don't ever score volleys, bro. I don't ever see volleys. It was like, is it that like, and he's bringing up Eze here, yeah? Like, Eze scored a great goal, as I'm saying today, but you don't ever see players score volleys anymore. They always take a touch and then pass and go for the safe option. Do you know what I'm saying? How many times, like, it's crazy. Greenwood was scoring quite a few bangers. Do you know what I'm saying? But we don't score bangers anymore. I swear down, we don't score bangers. The only player in our team that scores bangers nowadays is Bruno. And he scores bangers how often? Do you know what I'm saying? How many often do you see Bruno score a banger? The one against Arsenal from the free kick was a good one. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, what I'm saying. But hold on. Let's read some of these. Players before had more space and time with the ball. Now with tactical developments, this era, you can't see much of them. Why people think nowadays are less talented.
That's what I'm saying. Stop making sense. I feel like it's coached out of them by their own management, but also by opposition management as a whole. Like management as a whole has ruined football, in my opinion.
This one here I agree with, by the way. I think another thing is they're not more footballers nowadays. They rely a lot more on the P&P, being an athletic, an athlete. Do you know what I'm saying? Because 10 years ago, yeah, players didn't. My granddad, yeah, he used to always tell me, this is why he loved Barca. He loved Arsenal as well. He loved Arsenal. He loved the way they played football, yeah? He said, you watch Barca and Arsenal, we used to say. You watch Barca play, and he says the ball does the movement for them. The ball does the movement for them. They don't run around. Their players aren't running around. Messi ain't running around. He said, you rarely ever see Messi and the Barca midfielders run around. Messi was a bit different because Messi used to just get the ball and run past four players, yeah? But he said the ball does the movement for them. They'll ping a ball 50 yards. It'll be the most accurate ball of the game. Do you know what I'm saying? The ball does the movement for them. And nowadays, people just kick the ball and run. Do you know what I'm saying? 20 times Liverpool. And he's got a picture of Onana.
Wait, are Liverpool champions now?
Yeah, I think they are. I imagine they are. Chat, do we know if Liverpool are confirmed champions or do they still have to get a point or something? I look at RVP and I look at the strikers now. It's fucking big. Bro, RVP would be the best striker on the planet if he played today in his prime. Best striker on the planet. No one gets close. Lewandowski is better than RVP overall, but he's not better than him in this current state. And then compare him to RVP's prime. No. Do you know what I'm saying? Harry Kane's nowhere near him. Who else? Do you know what I'm saying? Isak, good player. Very good player. Isak's actually a good player. But nowhere near him. Do you know what I'm saying? No way near him. Ronaldo versus Spurs. Bale volley versus Stoke. I don't know that one, bro. I can't really remember. They effectively won it. 12 points. No. But I think they've actually confirmed won it, no? Oh, they're 12 points clear with 4 games left, so they can still... They needed a point. Zidane need a point against Spurs. They need a point in any of the games. If they don't lose to Spurs, they've won the league. Do you know what I'm saying? If they don't lose any of their games, they have to lose all 4 of their games to not win the league. They've got it 20 times. Do you know what I'm saying? They've won the league.
Many times.
Congratulations.
Let's not hold that.
Yeah, you can hold that, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? You can hold treble 99, mate.
There you are. Why you calling me out for try? Why are you deflecting, man? It's about how many leagues, man? They caught up to you.
Yeah, cool. They were, bro. Listen, no matter how much Liverpool fans want to pretend, it will never be more embarrassing than in the 19 what was it? Yeah, about 1980s, 1989 or 1990. They were on 18. We was on 7. We was on 7. They was on 18, and we overtook them and won 20, and they were still on 18. That will be the most embarrassing. The fact that Zia, do you know what it is? They're trying to make it seem more embarrassing that they've caught up to our 20, right? The fact that they even allowed us to get to 20 when we was on 7 and they was on 18. They allowed us to get to 20 before them is the most embarrassing thing. They're trying to switch it now and look, we're on 20 now. 20 times Liverpool. Bro, you were 11 ahead of us and we overtook you and now we're 2 ahead of you. And then, do you know what I'm saying? Fair play. You've won it. Do you know what I'm saying? But cool. When we win it, when we inevitably do win it again, yeah, we're going to take the piss out of you and we're going to do it again. I reckon we're going to win a league title before them. Depending on this summer. Depending on this summer.
And apparently, I heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard apparently you man aren't able to spend this coming window as much.
Well, that depends. To be fair, that depends on
Europa League.
Yeah, depends on Europa League. To be fair.
So you have to win it. You must. You must.
Hold on 1 second. I'm just typing something.
Yeah, no, sorry. Hey, chat, slap the likes and subscribe, man.
Yeah, slap the likes, man. Subscribe, man. Come on, we're on road to 500 subs. Stop making sense. By the way, I have no idea who this player is. No idea who this player is, bro. I can't lie.
No idea either. Oh wow.
Absolutely no idea. But yeah, big up, bro. Stop making sense. The one against Man City for Stoke. I remember that one. Crouch used to score quite a few bangers. Defoe. Do you know Defoe used to score bangers? Defoe used to score bangers. He scored a banger against Newcastle, I want to say, on the volley, bro. Absolute unreal footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? Unreal striker, should I say. It was a sick goal. Big up to Adam, bro. Make sure you hit the likes button, man. Come on. How many likes are we on? Let's have a look. We're on 8 likes. Come on. Get to 15 likes, people. Come on, man. I don't see United winning another Prem until 2030, but that's not how it works, though, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? People would have said the same thing about Liverpool in probably 2016, and they won one in 2020. Do you know what I'm saying? United are lucky because City prevented Liverpool from getting more leagues, 100%. But then we could say the same thing about us, bro. We would have won another league title if we weren't. We would have won another few. We finished second under Ollie. We finished second under Jose. We finished second under Fergie to City. So if you want to say that, in fact, bro. In fact, I believe we finished second the same amount of times Liverpool did. No. Because Liverpool finished second in 13-14 to City. They finished second in 18-19 to City. They finished second in 21-22. We finished second in 11-12. We finished second in 17-18. And we finished second in 2021. So we would have had 23. They would have had 22. Now they would have 23. We'd both be on 23, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Have an update about Atletico. Yeah, Bilbao won Bilbao's best player, though, Sunset, or whatever I don't know how you say his name, is injured. He's injured. He got injured today. Do you know what I'm saying? So their best player apparently is now injured. So that's a big plus for us. Hopefully, Nico Williams is back, but hopefully, do you know what I'm saying? He's not fit to play against us. Although, as I said, I still stand by the fact I think Mazraoui is locking him up. But yeah, injured again. Yeah, he was injured in the weekend or some shit, but he's now injured again. Adam, what happened to Sunset? Seeing he went off in the first half. Hopefully, do you know what I'm saying? Inter got destroyed. Yeah, 3-0, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Conceição is cooking, bro. As I said though, with Barca fans, bro. Listen, don't get too gassed in it. Don't get too gassed on what happened today. But Inter Milan have been shit in the big games this season. Do you know what I'm saying? They've been shit. Apart from Atalanta, they've been cooked. They've been cooked by big teams. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think they beat Napoli twice. I think they drew with Juventus both times. They lost, obviously, to Milan in the final when they were 2-0 up and they lost 3-2. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, it's Inter Milan capitulate, gets AC Milan haram ball because Milan one has been a scumbag in so many results. They do turn up against it enough. It's a derby, innit? Anything can happen. It's a throwaway game for them anyways. Listen, they're not winning the treble now, though. They're confirmed not to win the treble. I think PSG are going to win the treble, personally.
I still think Inter can do Barca and win the Champions League regardless. It sounds delusional, but you have to understand they're more
Yeah,
focused on Europe.
Fiorentina beating 4-0 as well, yeah.
They're more focused on Europe Inter Milan. I mean, the way they played against us is different to how they played against AC Milan. So, uh, based on what I've seen in Europe and Italy, like I still think they can do it.
We've got 11 people in it, by the way. Make sure you subscribe to me. Make sure you subscribe to Zia Talks as well. Hit the like button. Let's get to 15 likes. And big up to everyone live and locked in, man. He's a very good player, Sunset. Yeah, he is very technical. He's very good in the turn. I think he's kind of like an 8/10. He's very good. But the difference is you didn't compete when we were like second, like Liverpool. The margin was like, yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, 11-12, you say that though, but 11-12, we did lose the Aguero goal. We literally lost in the last minute of the game. So we did compete in that time. And under Jose, we was under Jose. Yo, big up to Will for the raid, by the way. Big up to Will for the raid. I think he's just raided. But yeah, as I was saying, we under Jose, I think we got like 81 points or something along them lines. Something along them lines, anyways. Yeah. Carnage raid, by the way. Big up to Will for the raid, man. Yo, big up to everyone in the chat. 2016, a Dutch manager wins the FA Cup and gets sacked. 2017, United appoint a Portuguese coach and win the Europa League. 2024, a Dutch manager wins the FA Cup and gets sacked. In 2024, United appoint a Portuguese. Yep, written in the stars, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I hope we beat Bilbao. I swear down. I actually think we're going to get into predictions. Should we just start off with predictions for the Europa League? We'll just start off. Zia, I haven't actually heard your opinion. Zia, that kit is shit. I haven't actually heard your opinion. What do you reckon the score will be?
Zia, that kit is shit. Well, listen, man, you may have won 1-0, but the fact you won 1-0, like, come on now. What are you doing, bro? You know what I mean?
What do you reckon, Zia, what do you reckon the score is going to be for Man United and Bilbao? Yeah, we got 50 people in there, man. Come get me to 500 subs, people. Get me to 500 subs, man.
Yeah, 500 subs.
And make sure you subscribe to Zia as well. I'll get his link in the chat.
There you go, man. By the way, your game, are you're home first or second? Home second? What's the deal here?
We're home second.
So you're at okay, so you're playing San Mamés. Okay. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I think deeping the fact that you're desperate for Europa League. I remember I said in Football Mania that you were gonna they were gonna do you. But I'm starting to change my mind, I can't lie. I actually think you get away with it, especially also deeping the fact that if Williams is back, I mean, will he be as convincing? Inaki as well, I don't know. And that dude you said he's injured, so bro, Will is just a fraud, man. It's something new. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, you know what? I'll say 2-2 first leg. Second leg, you probably somehow get the job done. Yeah, I think you make the final.
You think we're gonna win? Big up. Come on. W0 in the chat, bruv.
Bro, I can't lie. Bro, when you told me you're desperate so you are financially stable, I'm like,
okay, Europa League could, if we win the Europa League, it could either set us forward a year or it could set us back a year. However, Mateus Cunha and Liam Delap are expected to be signed for Man United by the end of next month.
Yeah, bro, if you're desperate to win, I can't lie. Man United when they have a reason.
The transfer window opens up in June, doesn't it? It opens up in June. Yeah, it doesn't open up.
Yeah, you know what? I think United win Europa League. I can't believe I'm saying this.
See, we just got that judge, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is.
I'm not going to lie. When you have a reason to win trophies, you just somehow do. So I'm like, you know what, man? Yeah. Something's up.
I hope to God, man. I hope where are United sitting in the table? We are 14th or 15th. Will, I have no idea that. I know. Listen. I know he's calling what he's calling Will there. It's been suspended. I know what El Deputa means. I think it means getting the.
And he says mierda as well. I know what mierda is as well. I don't know what the whole thing means.
People, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, come on. I'm on road to 500 subs. Come on, people, man. It's free. There's 59 people in here. Hit the like button as well. Big up to everyone in the chat. Barca fans, Madrid fans, and all fans. I don't know, United fans as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to Zia Talks as well. I'm going to get your link in the chat. Hold on, keep talking. I'm going to get your link. But come on, we got nearly 60 people in there, man. Zia is 25 subs off 800 as well. So come on, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Bless up to everyone, man. But yeah, you think Man United are going to win the Europa League? What are the chat saying? Chat, what are you saying? Do you reckon? I'm gonna do a watch along for this game, by the way. But Palace Villa, I'll definitely be there for Saturday. It's going to be a good game. I think Villa are going to win, but I'm torn. It's 50-50 in it. I'm torn. I'm 50-50 with that one. I would go 2-1 Villa, but I wouldn't be surprised. Villa or Palace are Villa's boga team, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? What? Stop making sense of saying Bilbao. Santiago is rattled. Who's Santiago? Oh, this guy. Zero. I feel bad for you wasting your relying on a scrub team. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck Getafe, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck Getafe, bruv. They're absolute. Listen, I would rather watch paint. No, in fact, paint watches Getafe dry. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally, paint watches Getafe dry. Nico, coming for you lots. Hopefully he's
But to be honest, the only reason why I'm being because I'm trying to rely on them to like stink you out against a Barca and Madrid, bro. You know what I mean? So shameless.
I think Mazraoui's locking him up. By the way, I think Mazraoui's locking up Nico Williams. By the way,
wow, the fact that we got rid of him for whatever reason it is, which I know what it is pathetic, bro. I swear down.
Oh yeah. You know what I mean. We won't go too much into that. Hit the likes, man. Come on, we're 13 subscribers off 500. There's 58 people in there. If 13 of you that haven't subscribed, we're on 500. Zero is 25 subscribers off. I put his link in the chat. No, did I put? Oh, I didn't put his link in the chat.
I actually don't know. You can tag me. You can tag me on.
Yeah, I'll tag you in a minute. Hold on. That's Zier's link, by the way. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on both our channels if you haven't. But yeah, let's go to UCL predictions, bro. It's obviously PSG Arsenal. We'll start off with that one at the Emirates. Arsenal, Thomas Partey suspended.
Apparently he's available. Apparently he's going to be more available. I think in the second leg. No.
Sub-Zero, big up, man.
Big up,
is he available? Would you say? He's not. Yeah, second leg he's available, but for the first leg he's suspended.
Yeah.
Come on, man. How do you see that game going? Because I know how I think. This Adam's saying 2-2, PSG Barca final. Catalan's saying Spurs versus United and Arsenal versus Barca. You know what I'm saying is.
Right, listen, man. I'm not gonna. I would love to see Arsenal lose. Obviously, not just for the top gooners, also Lee Gunner. I've been seeing him getting giddy, bro. He pulled up to my chat from TJ's stream the other day saying. Arsenal to win the Champions League in Harry Kane's territory. What a shameless guy.
No, it's in your territory, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, he said that to me. So it's Harry Kane. No, sorry. So Arsenal to win in your territory, Harry Kane's territory. So like, bro, listen, man. I can't lie. I need Arsenal tears, bro. I need that Arsenal tears. But I will say they actually have more of a chance than I thought. Not just based on the fact that they beat Madrid, now that they're actually in a semi-final. Let's be real. They actually have a chance. And they're playing, listen, they're playing as PSG. Now, I actually think PSG, in terms of quality, clears them. However, in a Champions League night, which is why when we get to Inter Barca, I'll give my reasoning there, but you kind of guess the idea here. I would not be shocked if Arsenal knocked them out. Because I feel like
Pro said Arsenal
in a game like this,
big up King, bro. Big up King.
Yeah. In a game like this, I feel like you're gonna have to have phases in which you have to stink it out if you're leading in it. And I feel like low key Arsenal can do that. But that also depends on if Kivior has a good or a bad day, because we know Kivior is the most suspect individual in that team. He just is. So it'll be an interesting one. I do think. Yeah, go on.
Go on. I was going to say, what I do think Arteta should do personally is put Timber at centre back and put Ben White at right back.
But don't you think?
But then again, you've got Kvaratskhelia up against Ben White. Long day. Ben Shite, they'll call him.
Yeah. You better off putting Ben White maybe centre back or something.
It's difficult, man. Listen, personally. You know this, you've done loads of shows with me. I've been saying PSG are going to win the Champions League since the group stages. I said they're going to win the Champions League. Yeah. When they got Liverpool, I said they will beat Liverpool. And then they lost to Liverpool and I said they're going to beat Liverpool in the second leg and they're going to win on penalties. They beat Liverpool in the second leg and they won on penalties. I still stand by the fact I think PSG are going to beat them and I think PSG are going to get to the final and win the final. I think PSG are going to win it the first time. I think it's written in the stars. I think Mbappe, Messi, Neymar left and they're going to win it. Mbappe's finally left and they're going to win it. I think they've built the best team right now on the planet. I think they play the best football on the planet. I think they take me back to 10 years ago when I was watching teams cook. Yeah, and I was watching the likes of Barca. We were just sitting there discussing about football getting worse. Yeah, we were discussing teams getting worse. Do you know what I'm saying? I think like PSG are a proper football team. I think every position PSG have, except maybe the centre backs, I think they've got an unreal footballer. I think they're the
even
most
center backs
gifted
is
team.
good though.
I still think Marquinhos has always got a bozo in him. Do you know what I'm saying? I still think Marquinhos.
Yeah, but Pacho is good though. Pacho is good though.
Yeah, come on, people. Hey, we've got 12 subscribers left to 500, man. Come on, people.
Let's get 12 more subs.
Yeah, I'm saying, come on, 12 more subscribers. Yeah, I'm saying, hit the subscribe button if you're free. I'm going to send the link to Liam, by the way. He's jumping on now. So hold on, let me
just get good because I only got 10 minutes.
But what do you think the score is going to be, bro? In the first leg?
Only first leg. First leg. You know what? I'm going to say I have a feeling. You know what? I'll say 2-2.
You reckon 2-1, 2-2?
2-2.
I'm going 2-1 PSG. Yeah, PSG. I don't know that year. I think they should have won it that year when they lost the final. Because even in the final, Neuer made about 3 or 4 world-class saves. Neymar missed a few sitters. Mbappe missed a few sitters. They should have won it. Great, good goalkeeper isn't great. Yeah. To be fair though, he what was the game? Donnarumma was good against Villa. He made a few good saves against Villa.
Yeah, by the way, he saved. I actually think he saved the PSG in the Villa.
Yeah, he did. Bless up, bro. Bless up to Bayern View, bro. Bless up for coming on. Do you know what I'm saying? PSG drew yesterday. Yeah, they did. But to be fair, the league they've already won, bro. They're unbeaten in it as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're the league. I think they're at the races. Do you know what I'm saying? They subbed off all their best players at 1-0, and then it went 1-1. They've still won the league. Do you know what I'm saying? Nuno pocketed Salah, Saka next. I think Saka's more of a handful though than Salah. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It'll be a great thing. Football is not getting worse. The Champions League games have all been fantastic battles so far. Yeah, but bro, 10 years ago, they were even better. Do you know what I'm saying? Should we go back to 2014-15? Yeah, the semi-finals were Barca Bayern, which was unreal, by the way. You remember the Messi goal where he fucking took Boateng's soul, and Real Madrid Juventus. All 4 of those teams would slap every team in the Champions League right now. You're telling me this Arsenal team is going to slap any of those teams? They're getting slapped. This PSG team, although it's a good team, is getting slapped. Inter getting slapped. Yeah, Inter ain't getting past that Juventus team. No chance. Inter can't even beat this Juventus team, let alone the fucking Juventus team 10 years ago. You had Pogba, Vidal, you had Pirlo, Tevez, you had Bonucci, Chiellini, Buffon, the left back, Alexandro. Do you know what I'm saying? You had so many top players, man. Oi, guys, make sure you subscribe, man. Come on, 12 subs off.
Liechtenstein was underrated back in the day for Juve.
Liechtenstein, yeah, he was, but he was one of those like steady eddies, isn't it? Imagine PSG winning the Champions League after Mbappe left. Yeah, it'd be hilarious, isn't it? It'd be
at least Evra was in that Juve team.
You know, you're gonna get the Ronaldo fans. Oh, Messi left and they won the Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying? But they'll conveniently forget that it was Mbappe who also left. Do you know what I'm saying? But Messi's traumatized these Ronaldo fanboys.
Bro, I can easily say Neymar left.
Yeah, you can say it. Neymar left. Big up to
I'm joking, bro. I'm joking.
Do you know what I'm saying? Hit the likes up, people. Come on and hit the subscribe button. We're literally 12 subscribers off 500. So if you haven't subscribed yet already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Raya getting chipped by Dembele. You watch. I hope. Do you know Lee Gunner's been calling this all year, by the way? Lee Gunner said all year that Raya's going to get chipped from somewhere.
Yeah.
He's always been chipped so many times. You know, I agree with United touchline. Big up, Adam, Chad Adams, that we wild. That technical level football is way below it was 10 years ago. Now it's a bunch of cross-country runners. Exactly, bruv. Do you reckon Garnacho would have had a career at Man United 10 years ago? That's one thing as well, I will say. You know, back to that debate, yeah? I think it's the easiest, it's the lowest level of, like, it's the easiest it's ever been to play for a big club. And I'll give you an example. Eric Dyer plays for Bayern Munich. He ain't getting in Bayern Munich's team 10 years ago. He wouldn't get in the club. He wouldn't get the training ground. Man United, I don't even need to start. Where do I even need to start with Man United? Maguire, everyone. Lindelof, all of them, bruv. Yeah. Who else? Who else you want to say? Bruv, Martinez, all right, the centre-back that plays for Barca. You know what I'm talking about? And Chesney play it fucking for them. Do you know what I'm saying? Other clubs as well. It's the easiest, lowest standard ever to play for a big club. Do you know what I'm saying? Kivior plays for Arsenal. Got to go.
Yeah, by
Zier's
the
got
way,
to go, man. Make sure you hit the
I
subscribe
gotta
buttons,
go.
everyone, man. Make sure you subscribe to Zier Talk. Shout your
See you
channel out, bro.
later, guys. See you later.
Oh, he didn't even shout your channel out, but big up, man. But Arsenal have God Almighty, Martin Odegaard, now the GOAT. I know that's sarcasm. He's absolutely dog shit. He actually played all right, though, to be fair, when I was watching him tonight. Anyways, View, how are you, bro?
Yeah, not so bad, man.
Big up, man. Big up for coming on. Obviously, we actually did discuss has football gotten worse? I already know your thoughts on it, but you let the under chat. Would you reckon? We went through international teams and stuff like that, and we just basically debunked it. It's so easy that it's so obvious that football's got worse. I don't actually think there's an argument.
Yeah. No, I agree, and it's gone soft as well.
Oh yeah.
Players of back in the day wouldn't make it now. Roy Keane wouldn't be a good player because all he'd do is get red cards left, right, and centre. So it'd be a calamity if people want to say it. But yeah, no, I agree. It's got worse. It's got soft. I think the ambitions got worse as well. Especially
big clubs.
Yeah, exactly. Big clubs. The fact that Eric Dyer, like you said, could play for Bayern Munich.
Right, look at this comment.
Dyer is better than Boateng. Yeah.
Like, you remember last season United had to win the FA Cup to get European football last year. That does. I wanted to ask your thoughts on it because you weren't on the show with Will. When was it? It was Monday, wasn't it? Everyone on the panel said that they think Bilbao are going to beat Man United. Today, Sanset, who's their best player, is now injured. He's going to miss the game, right? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think United are going to win? Or do you think Bilbao are going to teach Man United a lesson?
Where's the leg first?
The first leg's at their ground.
Their ground?
Yeah.
Maybe they do. Maybe they do win then, if it's their ground. But it won't be a big score, I wouldn't say.
I reckon they'll go.
Right, they're what, fourth in their league?
They're fourth.
So yeah, maybe they will win. Maybe like a 2-1.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think they'll beat us 2-1. I think we'll win 2-0 in the return leg.
Yeah.
What do you reckon they're going to go through?
No.
You think we're going to go through?
Yeah, I think you beat them at Old Trafford.
Do you think we win the Europa League then?
Because Spurs knocked Frankfurt out, didn't they?
Yeah, so Spurs and Bodo Glimt. Or Bodo Glimt.
Because I thought Frankfurt would win the whole thing.
Yeah, I thought I didn't want to play Frankfurt in the final. Innit? I still don't want to play Spurs because it's an English team. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I definitely agree with you, man.
Yeah, Spurs get past Bodo Glimt.
So what do you reckon the overall? Yeah, what do you reckon the overall score will be in the aggregate?
Either like a 2-1 or 3-2 this game coming away, and then I think you'll do the reverse. So if it's 2-1, I think then you'll win 2-1.
So you reckon we'll win an extra time or penalties or something?
Yeah.
There's the
I just feel like with like the recent game where obviously we were all taking the piss and all of that. I just feel like there's some like juju going on. Not necessarily to the point where you're cheating.
No, it is. I'll give you an example. Yeah, we did the same thing Liverpool in the FA Cup, and I said then we beat. Remember how we beat Coventry when we were 3-0 up, we bottled it, and then they scored an offside goal, and they were all jumping around, and then we beat them on penalties. Yeah. I said once we beat Coventry, I said we're destined to win this FA Cup. You watch, we're going to slap City in the final. Yeah, I said we're going to beat them, and I said Mainoo would score as well when he did. I said 2-1 Man United. Mainoo's going to score. Bang, scored a goal. And we won 2-1. I said we were destined. I thought England were destined to win the Euros, but that was untrue. But exactly. We stole Madrid's juice, bro. There's certain clubs on the planet that just have the juice in it, and I just think we're gonna win it. I just think we're gonna win it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you know what I'm saying. I've just got faith. I've got faith. You know what I'm saying? I've got no real evidence. We're shit. You know what I'm saying? We're an awful football team. I've got evidence because I've seen it time and time again. We've been shit. We still won trophies. You know what I'm saying? I've got belief in the team that the team can get it over the line. We've only got 2 games and in the final. I think we can get past Bilbao. I think if we get past Bilbao, I think we win it. I think Bilbao is the main test and then it's the final. I think playing Bilbao will be our biggest test. Playing Bodo Glimt or Tottenham in a final, I think we'll beat either of them in a final personally.
Could you imagine though if you do get past Bilbao, who are going to be like a hard team to get against, and then you lose to Spurs, bro?
Yeah, but we ain't
That'd
losing
be
to Spurs.
so
Though.
peak.
We ain't
That'd
losing
be
to Spurs.
so
Though.
peak.
We aren't losing to Spurs though. Do you know what I'm saying? We aren't losing to them, man. Come on. Do you know what I'm saying? I think after all that, yeah, if we beat Bodo Glimt and then we play, and then if we beat Bilbao and then we play one of them two teams in the final, I think we beat one of them two teams in the final. Do you know what I'm saying? I think we do. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're just destined, as I say. Yes, they did. They slapped Celtic 5-1 with Anjan charge. Who? They did. Did Bodo Glimt slap Celtic 5-1? Bodo beat Jose 6-1, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know. But I will tell you this, the first leg will be a very hostile environment. Yeah, it will be. Their ground is very hostile. Very hostile. They know how to create an atmosphere. They've got a lot of fans in that stadium as well. They're close to the pitch. They're very on you, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously I think they're part of the Basque region, isn't it? So they're, you know what I'm saying, they're all a bit more community. They're all a bit more of a community. Do you know what I'm saying? They will be on it, yeah. But I'm not worried about that specifically because I've got players like Dalit, Mazraoui, who have been at Bayern Ground. Bayern Ground's a dome. Do you know what I'm saying? The players are on you. They've been in big games. A lot of my players have been in big games. I'm more worried about Onana in goal just by doing something stupid. Yeah, that's the key. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried that our players are going to panic because they're playing in a hostile environment, personally. I'm trying to get rid of through all these comments in it, but because there's so many of them, we've got 38 people inside, man. Make sure you subscribe to the Bayern View as well and subscribe to Zia Talks and subscribe to me. I'm 12 subs off 500 people, so come on, man. Hit the subscribe button. Literally 12 of you in that haven't subscribed now, and I'll be on 500 subscribers. Big up to everyone inside, man. PR, COVID, LGBTQ armbands, players, letters. We go again. Sky PR, TikTok challenges, or I take a knee. Football is watched. That's facts, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That is facts. It's facts. Hold on. I can see Bodo knocking out Spurs. I don't see it personally. I think Spurs will beat them. I think it'll be 3-1 first leg and then 2-1 to Bodo Glimt. I think Bodo Glimt will beat them in the second leg, but I think in the first leg, I think Spurs will win.
Crash out would be crazy.
It'd be hilarious. It'd be hilarious after they did all that against fucking Frankfurt and then and then them to lose and against Bodo Glimt. Overall, yeah. What do you reckon about the Arsenal PSG game? What are you saying?
I think PSG flattened them, mate, to be honest.
What do you reckon the score's going to be in both legs and overall?
I think they do like a 4-0 first leg. PSG.
It's at Emirates first leg.
Yeah, I still think they beat them.
4-0?
Yeah. PSG are a solid team, bro. Dembele's on some juju, bro. I think they're doing what Klopp used to do with
I think they're beating them. I think 2-1, though. I think they'll beat them in the first leg 2-1 and then they'll draw 2-2 in the second leg and knock them out.
Yeah, I think Arsenal, they've overcome Real Madrid, cool, but this is where I think they now shit on their selves.
Can I just say, people saying that because they beat Real Madrid, that means they're the favourites and now they're going to beat PSG. I'm telling you now, if PSG played Real Madrid, Will tell you this, Madrid fans in the chat will tell you this, it would have been a murder scene if they played Real Madrid. They would have slapped them home and away. They would have absolutely destroyed them. You think Kvaratskhelia up against Vasquez? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, yo, do you know what I'm saying, bruv? The Madrid says will be on the pitch, bruv, with his head on a spike, bruv, like fucking Lord Stark. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Lord Stark himself on the channel. Do you know what I'm saying? Villarreal game was way more painful than the 7-0. Now, for me, the 7-0, nothing will ever top that, bruv. The pain I felt in that game. As a Chelsea fan, I definitely don't want either Spurs or United win or get into that final at this point, but it'd be hilarious. Yeah, I think if Spurs get to the final, they'll lose no matter what, because I think Bilbao and United will both beat them in the final. But I think they have more of a chance against us, or they'll feel like they have more of a chance against us. Yeah, that's fine, bro. I saw the chat. Yeah, no party for the first leg. We beat Bodo Glimt 3-2 and Amarin's second game. Yeah, I remember that. They were 2-1 up as well at half time, and we beat them 3-2. I do remember that. Where was it? It was at Old Trafford. Yeah, bro, it was at Old Trafford. Liam on the PSG. But do you reckon PSG win the Champions League then? Or
yes.
Barca? Or who do you reckon wins out of Barca and Inter?
Inter. Because
Inter lost today, though. They got spanked.
I feel, but League Inter and Cup Inter are two different teams. It's mad.
Yeah, I agree. In the Champions League, they've been better, but in Italy, they've been shocking in the big games.
They lost to Juve under Motta.
Did they lose to him? I thought they drew them. They drew them 4-4.
I'm pretty sure
they were 4-2 up. I think they were 4-2 up, and they with 10 minutes to go, and they drew 4-4. And Marino's out. Oh my days! Oh yo, who are they going to play up front then? Trossard. Yeah, good luck. I want United and Arsenal tears, please. Both. I think you're going to get Arsenal tears, bro. But to be honest with you, I already said it. Yeah, Arsenal will lose to PSG, and then their excuse will be, "No one expected us to win it anyways." That's what they'll say. No one expected us to win it anyways. You know what I'm saying? We beat Real Madrid. All the injuries, they'll make up all the. You know what I'm saying? You know what Arsenal are like. Do you know what I'm saying? I think it'll be 2-2 draw the Emirates. What do you reckon the second leg will be, Chad, bro? What do you reckon the second leg will be? Big up, though. Big up to everyone inside, man. We've got 31 people. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Literally 12 subscribers off 500, man. I'm literally so close to it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be live on with Rashid tomorrow as well. I'm going to be live on Hotspur Cave tomorrow. And I'm going to be hopefully live with Kaz, the Man United fan from Never a Foul as well. I'm going to be live with him. So make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And make sure you check out that stuff. But yeah. So you think it's going to be PSG in the final and PSG win? That's what I personally think. I personally think PSG win 1-0 in the final. That's what I think. And then Man United, you think Man United are going to win the Europa League? Fair do, fair do. You've won the league now, haven't you? Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about though. Who would you want the centre back? Because obviously there's Hudson available, Schlotterbeck available. There's other centre backs available. Who would you want?
I'd go with the Bournemouth one. You
go with the Bournemouth one.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go Schlotterbeck. Do you like Schlotterbeck?
No, I don't rate him.
Well, you're the only one that's ever said that, because everyone I say speaks about him. They always, even Zia said he's very good. He'd love him. He's one of the best. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of people rate him highly. So that's interesting from you to say you don't rate him.
Yeah, no. And he's just got injured recently as well. So, bun that. But yeah, no, I don't rate him. I think he, obviously everyone's got a stake in him, of course. Mm-hmm. But I just don't like the way he plays. I didn't like him when he was at Frankfurt either.
Yeah, like him was at Frankfurt. I didn't even know he was at Frankfurt.
Freiburg. Said the wrong one.
Freiburg. I think Arsenal beat. I think PSG beat Arsenal 2-1 in the second leg. That's a fair opinion, bro. Everyone's saying PSG go through. I think this year they're different. Do you know what I'm saying? I think this year, although people are going to bring up the fact they lost 3-2, Liam rates Sula more than.
Definitely not.
Did you ever rate Sula?
No, bro. That guy's just.
He was the German Maguire, innit?
Yeah, and he's always at the fucking canteen with that fuck.
38 people. I've got 30 people watching. 30 people watching, but yeah, 30 people watching. Big up, man. Come and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, bro. Sula and Maguire, both the same person, bro. They turned in fucking 3 to 4 working days. Do you know what I'm saying? He was at Augsburg or Freiburg. He's at Freiburg, bro. I will go with extending Kim Min Jae. You want to get rid of Kim Min Jackass, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, there's so many teams linked with him, bro. I'm ready. Just get rid of him, please.
Yeah, thank God we absolutely dodged a missile when we were linked with him. Bilbao have more rest than you. You have to visit Bournemouth. Yeah, but we'll just play our B team against Bournemouth, most likely. We literally played our B team against Wolves. That doesn't really make sense.
Insane if he didn't rest.
Bilbao are playing on Saturday or Sunday, no? Let's have a look.
Liam wants Per Mertesacker out of retirement.
Hold on 1 sec, bro. I'm just going to look when Bilbao are playing. Are they not playing?
Donkey.
Hold on. Bilbao might have only played today. They might not be playing on the weekend. Yeah, they're not playing on the weekend. Their next game's us, which is kind of mad. Obviously, you got the final in it. You got the Madrid final. What do you reckon? Who do you reckon will win out of Madrid and Barca this weekend? I reckon Madrid are going to beat them.
It should be Barca, but
you just
know because Madrid. It should be doesn't mean it's going to be. So yeah, most likely Madrid. And that I find that would be absolutely hilarious if that was the case.
Yeah, but this has been deja vu at times before, isn't it? Like, remember 2011 when they were going to be the best team ever, and they were going to win another treble, and then Ronaldo header, Copa del Rey, extra time. I think personally, Madrid are going to win 1-0. But however, to be honest with you, I don't know how Madrid stopped Barca not scoring. Like, there's a reason why Barca scored 9 goals against them this season.
Yeah, fair.
I don't see how they actually stop them scoring. So, to be honest with you, I really wouldn't be surprised if Barca whooped their ass.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be 2 scores. It'll be 1-0 Madrid or it'll be 4-1 Barca. They will whoop their ass or they'll lose. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they won't take their chances. No, La Liga. I didn't know they stopped La Liga. Touchline, what's been your best moment watching United since I've been supporting? Oh, best moment. Like, obviously, I mean, when I've been alive, we won the league. I remember 2013 very vividly. My worst moment, you could argue, was Aguero. Worst moment probably was 7-0, though. I don't care. Aguero was obviously, yeah, I mean, but I was still a kid, do you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not going to count the league one, because I was still a kid. I wasn't that invested in it. So the worst one will probably be 7-0. I can't lie, that was the worst moment of my life, because it was to Liverpool as well. And do you know what's mad as well? I went in, when we lost to them the season before, 4-0 and 5-0. I was happy we lost the 5-0 game, because I wanted Ollie sacked. When we were 2-0 down after 10 minutes, I said, please spank us, just to get him sacked. He didn't even get sacked after that game, right? We then lost 4-0. I said I was mentally checked out. That game, we just won the League Cup. We just beat Barca. Yeah. And I was like, cool. I'm thinking we can beat them. I think we could. We were actually the better team for the first 40 minutes of that game. We scored an offside goal. Rashford missed a one-on-one. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking we could win this. Yeah, 7-0 for me would have been like, honestly, bro, when it was 4-0, my heart was, do you know what I'm saying? When it went 7-0, bro, I deactivated my Twitter. I swear now, I deleted Twitter for a month. I didn't want to speak to anyone. Do you know what I'm saying? I had this girl I used to speak to. She's a City fan. She was like, "Oh my gosh, more by the Scousers." I was so speechless. You know, when we lost 7-0, I was genuinely like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, because I'd finally fallen in love again, fallen in love with football. Do you know what I'm saying? Falling in love again. Do you know what I'm saying? I was like, falling in love with football. But yeah, best moment, you could argue 2016 FA Cup, last minute with Lingard. To be honest with you, bro, I know it's not, it didn't lead to anything in it, but when we beat Barca, I think everyone in the world thought we were back when we beat Barca in the Europa League. I remember that time. Last year against Man City, I know it was a shocking season. That was a bit annoying. The feeling of the club was a bit down, but beating Man City in a final is still, do you know what I'm saying? Personally, actually, however, I actually think beating Liverpool was a better moment. Beating Liverpool that season, the 4-3, the way we did it as well. I think, yeah, I'd go Liverpool potentially, but I think I'm going off moments, yeah. Obviously, the trophy, the 2-1 win against FA Cup trophy is what matters. But that Liverpool game, the Barca game, I think was the best I've ever felt about Man United. I thought under Ten Hag, the players we had, I thought the actual direction of the club, I thought we were back, man, when we beat Barca. When we beat Barca, that was one of the best, because I thought we were good. I said it. I stopped my chest out. I said we were going to win all 3 trophies that year. I said we were going to win the Europa League, the League Cup, and the FA Cup, because I was that confident in my team. I knew we weren't going to win it deep down, but I was that confident. I'm like, I'm back in my team. And then, yeah, since then it's been fucking nothing but shit. Literally since that game, it's been nothing but shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's probably my 2 moments, bro. What's your 2 moments as a Bayern fan?
Beating Barca 8-2. Absolutely battered them.
We're bigger fish to fry.
No, I'm taking the piss. Both Champions League finals, mate. The one with Robin winning it at Wembley, and then
yeah, I remember, because my nan's Polish, innit? Her dad's Polish, so she was celebrating Dortmund. She wanted Dortmund to win, because obviously Lewandowski and Blazkowski and Piszczek was playing for him, I think.
Yeah,
she was like, "Oh, come on, the Dortmund, yeah, Poland players." I remember that though. I loved Robin as a footballer. I remember the final before as well. The final before was when I watched the 2 finals before, but I barely remembered the one where Barca spanked us. I did remember it. I remember when Rooney scored. Barely remembered that one though. However, I remember the one after. I remember the Chelsea fan crying in the crowd, and then I think Drogba scored from the corner. They pinned the camera to him. He's crying, and I remember Drogba, bang, Drogba. Do you know what I'm saying? Crazy night. But yeah, what you'd say both Champions League finals. What's the worst moment, shall I say?
Well, I would say that one you were just talking about, because that was my first ever Bayern game watching it. But again, similar to you, I didn't really understand football at that point. You know, I probably didn't even know what the offside rule was. You know, I seen a nice red stadium and was like, "What's going on?"
Can I just say, yeah, this one I couldn't give a toss about this game. By the way, I literally forgot it even happened, bruv. Spurs fans
one where Maguire pulled Luke Shaw out the way.
Yeah, we got a red card as well for a bullshit red card, bruv. Bullshit. I mean, it wasn't a bullshit red card. He slapped him, but he was like a little like that, done that to him, and he got sent off. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember that game. Yeah, we were 1-0 up after a minute as well, and Bruno Fernandes said in an interview afterwards, he said the goal doesn't count, or some shit. because it was he said, I score a penalty and people say penalties don't count. So we lost 6-0 or some shameless shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Best moment was 4-3 Liverpool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was talking about Man United. That was probably my best moment. Can't like that or the Barca game. Although the Barca game ended up being irrelevant, but do you know what I'm saying? 5-0 at Old Trafford was worse than 7-0. 5-0 was at our ground. Nah, 7-0 was way better because 5-0 we could use the excuse of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we wanted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a shit manager because 7-0 we were better than him that season. And do you know what I'm saying? We can end up. I think the 4-3 game is better than the 5-0. That when we beat them 4-3, the way we beat them, they would have felt more devastated in that game than we did after 5-0. The 7-0, you can't. Do you know what I'm saying? My worst game was 8-1 to Middlesbrough. That's when City. That's a City fan. You guys were on your best form back then. That's why the 7-0 was shocking. 4-3 Chelsea last year. Chelsea get their first victory. Yeah, Chelsea have only beat us once in like 6 years. Against United, how many years United capitulated? Even though you could say you might have been robbed with 2 penalties. That year we just capitulated that game, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? They got a bit of momentum. Dalot done a stupid bozo moment and took out Madueke. Sevilla 2020, 6-1 Spurs, 2021 Europa. I'm getting for it, trying to get through those comments. Man, fucking hell. Yeah, they spanked us this game. Gundogan, yeah, that was one. But I always felt we were going to lose that. You know how I said I felt like we were destined to win the FA Cup? I felt like City were destined to win that treble. And I was like, I wasn't surprised we lost that. We're gonna. I know you got to go, so we're gonna try and get it because there's some questions there. City 1-0. City, yeah. I imagine QPR one was probably the best one. Do you know what I'm saying? Robin or Hazard?
Robin.
I'm on Hazard, Prime Hazard. I think Robin's probably better overall, but Prime Hazard's better. Personally, City 4-0 Real Madrid. He slapped them, bro. Oh my days. So that's what PSG would do to them this season. They'd slap him. If Arsenal beat you 3-0, PSG are slapping 4 past you. Ribéry. I think Ribéry was arguably better than both of them. Would you say Ribéry or Robin?
Robin. Robin's my favourite player of all the time, so I'm going to...
Yeah, Robin was one of my favourite. That we were talking about earlier when we were talking about football getting worse and we said about the Dutch teams.
Yeah.
And obviously last season, you compare the Dutch team now to the Dutch team 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they got to the World Cup final and they should have actually won something for Netherlands. 3-0. Yeah, that was a sick game.
I went to that game.
Rodri's goal was so good.
I was behind the goal.
Yeah, I remember watching it. I think I turned it off after it went 1-0.
I wish I could have turned it off, bro. I was in the fucking stands.
Yeah, I was going to turn it off, bro. And I was like, fuck that shit. I said, as soon as it went 1-0. Same with the Real Madrid game. As soon as it went 2-0 Man City, I said, yeah, game done. I'm turning it off. I turned it off after the first half. My best moment as a Barca fan was beating United 3-1. That's the best. That was unreal, man. I remember watching that as a little kid. Obviously, I still barely remember it. But yeah, that one was, I mean, it's because they beat us twice in 3 years as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But the way they did it, go back and look at the game, yeah. And people sit there and Messi, you know what I'm saying? They'll sit there and say Ronaldo scored 2 goals, Milito scored 2 goals. But that is the best performance ever in a UCL final from an individual player. He was nutmegging our players. He was humiliating our players live in the pitch. They didn't know what to do. And even Rio and both Scholes both said they were scared to go near him. And you know, when you have that about you in a Champions League final, you're scared to go near someone.
Yeah.
Instantly, you've got an advantage because the player don't want to go near you because he doesn't want to engage in you because he knows if he goes near you, he's getting embarrassed.
Is that the one that Sir Alex said he should have put Park Ji-sung on?
Yeah, but he did put Park Ji-sung on him, and Park Ji-sung got fucking destroyed. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe he didn't do it quick enough. That's what he's probably saying. Maybe I should have done it sooner. He said he thinks he would have won. Sir Alex probably got things wrong. That's the problem with the Champions League, isn't it? You know, you make one mistake and it could, you know what I'm saying? But again, like going back to football being worse, I think if that Man United team was in this era of football, it would have probably three-peated the Champions League. Do you know what I'm saying? They probably would have. Do you know what I'm saying? It would have destroyed most teams. Do you know what I mean? Bilbao, Chelsea together, by the way. You still have to visit us on the 18th of May. Yeah, mate, we'll throw that game in a bin, mate, and we'll play Bilbao. We'll play thingy. We don't really care about league, bruv. You can have 3 points. We know you need it because you know you're not getting Champions League anyway. So, do you know what I'm saying? You can get your 3 points against us because Newcastle and Forest will spank you. I want United tears. Yes. 16th, the game is actually on Friday. They clash at the Bridge. Arsenal, Newcastle will be the Sunday game instead. City, we knocked you out 3 times. Favourite one is the Rodrigo comeback. The first time I watched Robin was at Chelsea. He was a baller, man. What a player. He was. Robin still can't believe he won a Premier League at Chelsea. Honestly, I'm cool with Arsenal beating us. I know we're not winning the UCL. Minerals, Robin. Minerals, when have you got to go, bro?
Whenever.
Never. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up soon anyways, man. We've got 23 people watching. Make sure you subscribe to Bayern View, Zia Talks, and me. 12 subscribers off 500. Big up to everyone inside. Big up to Will for the raid as well. Bless up, man. Bless up to Bayern View and Zia Talks for coming on. But yeah, what else haven't we spoke about? I can't remember what else. I mean, to be fair, earlier, if you joined earlier, we would have had the discussion we were talking about with Zia when we was talking about like we was comparing teams and was like the Juventus team now is nowhere near the Juventus team 10 years ago, the Madrid team, the Bayern team, Barca team, they're all better, the players were better and stuff like that. Yeah, we've gone for UCL predictions, Europa League predictions. I don't really know what else to talk about, to be honest with you, but yeah, hold on 1 second. Besides Liverpool being your biggest rival, do you still see Man City fans as your own? Nah, not really. I can't lie. I don't really. Like Kurt and Man City fans come on my chat all the time and they're sound, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not actually annoying. Obviously, I imagine if Man United fans that live in Manchester that are around Man City fans at work, I can imagine it. Do you know what I'm saying? I can imagine what Man City fans are like. But me personally, I've never had I know a Man City fan from Manchester. Kurt, I think, is from Manchester. RTD, who comes in my chats, from Manchester. And they're not annoying. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't sit there and try and talk shit. All four in a row. Like AK talks more shit than they do. Do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal are more annoying than Liverpool and City combined. Arsenal fans are digital. I'm not going to say that word, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Arsenal fans are definitely more annoying. They're all annoying though, isn't it? Like, if Arsenal win a Champions League, they're putting their players in untold conversations. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why it can't happen. Real Madrid will be back next season, King. Yeah, I think they need a centre back and a left back and a midfielder. They need a Cruz replacement, but they can't replace him because he's that good. Personally, it's like how Bayern still need Thiago replacement. That type of player. Do you know what I'm saying? They're so underrated, them players as well. Do you know what I'm saying? They never get the respect they deserve. It's like Scholes. You know what I'm saying? Because Scholes is called Paul Scholes and he's not called fucking, I don't know, Paul Scholzer or some shit, or Paul Scholzinho. Yeah, some shit like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Paulinho or some shit, yeah? You don't get the same love and respect. You know what I mean? He's a ginger from Manchester or Salford. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get the same respect as other players do, other ballers do. Makes sense. Yeah. Arsenal are more annoying. Bayern, yeah, do you reckon you need a Neuer replacement?
We've got one.
What, the young goalkeeper that's a backup?
Young goalkeeper, yeah. He'll be the guy. You ain't gonna replace him yet, but he will be the guy, yeah. Because even in the games that we lost recently,
I'm going to put the phone on charge.
None of those mistakes were his fault. They're all defensive errors. So you get rid of the stupid defenders, and you know we're not talking about it in this aspect. So yeah, it's just dickhead defenders, mate. That's all.
Fair enough. Like Will says, Carlo does not rely on tactics. He relies on power, friendship, and vibes. No tactics, just lazy. He says. Did you like Carlo when he was at Bayern?
No, couldn't stand him.
Couldn't stand him. Oh yeah, the Ajax Cruyff. That's fucking insane. No one from Ajax can hold a candle to Cruyff for any of the. Yeah, exactly, bro. Just every team is worse. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I just remember watching El Clasicos last 10 years ago, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And just insane, like insane level of team. But even like I said before, like I do like what's in Stop Making Sense said about like everyone's an athlete now. Yeah, rather than a footballer. Like I think even like people sit there, I hear people say the argument is like the best players in the world 10 years ago are better than the best players in the world now, but the average player. Let's just go into the average players. How many players in the world right now are better than Alexis Sanchez was? Are better than Mesut Ozil was? Who else do you want to talk? Do you want to sit there and go into, you know, not an average player, but like, you know, like Man United had Falcao at a time. Do you know what I'm saying? How many strikers in the world are better than Falcao in his pomp? You could probably name 5, if that. Do you know what I'm saying? Diego Costa. He'd be one of the best strikers on the planet now. And he was never one of the best strikers on the planet. He was one of the best strikers in the league. Not on the planet. He wasn't better than Lewandowski. He wasn't better than Suarez. He wasn't better than Aguero. He wasn't better than Benzema. He wasn't better than these guys. You know what I'm saying? Can you stand I love Diego Simeone, although I do think he needs to leave Atletico. Would you take him at Bayern?
No.
Why not?
We need attacking managers, mate.
What? Because you're the way you play.
Yeah, that's why Tuchel never worked.
Yeah, I think United do need that as well. Loki, I think United need that, but I think who would he? He'd suit Chelsea back in the day. Who else? What's another club he'd go do well in? I think. Do you know what I think? I think Unai Emery should replace him. I think Unai Emery would suit Atletico.
Probably.
That Man United, exactly. The Man United too, bro. Oh my days, that team should have won more Champions Leagues. It was just in the unfortunate era. Do you know what I'm saying? We finally built this super team that was the best player, one of the best players on the planet. Two of the best players on the planet in Rooney and Ronaldo. Do you know what I'm saying? Had the best defense on the planet, or one of the best defense on the planet, apart from maybe the Milan team, had the second best defense on the planet. Yeah, had a lockdown defense. Yeah, and it had a sick goalkeeper. Do you know what I'm saying? We should have won 2 or 3 more Champions League. We should have dominated Europe. We just didn't, unfortunately. Because we was in a wrong era. We got to the semi-final 5 years on the bounce. We lost to you lot in 2010. Rooney, I think, got injured or sank in the second leg. And yeah, we kind of bottled it. Not bottled it, but lost. Falcao, Atletico Madrid. Yeah, before his knee injury. Oh my day. I remember when they cooked Chelsea 4-1, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Just Jerome Boateng, what a player he was still. I remember him at City. Yeah, until Messi took his soul. Do you know what I'm saying?
And then they chipped Neuer.
He was just a joke, wasn't he? He was just a joke of a footballer, bruv. He was just an absolute joke of a player, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? How could you do that to a professional footballer, especially them two, how good they were? Alex Ferguson struggled against Basel so many times. Yeah, he did. You know what I'm saying? He also struggled against Bilbao. And yes, the UK politics took Roman Abramovich ownership from Chelsea has to replace Todd Bowley, Clear Lake Partnership. Yep, he said to them that he wants the money to go to victims of the war, and the money's apparently allegedly. I say allegedly. I'm not trying to get fucking tapped up. Allegedly, the money's just in a UK bank collecting interest.
Probably.
So basically, what we're saying is the club got stole off him because no one actually paid any money for it because it's just collecting interest in a bank somewhere. Apparently, that's allegedly. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's read some more of these comments before I wrap up, man. But yeah, who would you sign for Bayern? Who do you reckon Bayern should sign this summer? Obviously, you want Wirtz.
Yeah. If we can get him. I just feel like if you get him though, where else and what else are we doing? And where's the money coming from? Because we're not poor, but we're also not to the level of obviously a Man City or someone because we don't have investors. So or an ownership, should I say? If you don't give Wirtz though, I want that Hudson guy. I think he's going to be good. The only thing for me is he does want Real Madrid. From what's being said, and he's Spanish, so he's probably going to want to use Bayern as a stepping stone to go to Madrid, and I don't really want that. So maybe somebody else if that's the case. I'd go and get Gyökeres personally, and I'd sell Harry Kane. Give him his trophy, then people can finally shut up. And then, because I know what's coming. Oh yeah, but you won the Farmers League. So yeah, but it's a trophy, isn't it? Like, fuck. But yeah, no, I'd get Gyökeres personally. That's what I would do.
Do you reckon Wirtz will join you or join City? Because I've seen a lot of links the last couple of days that City. City basically the favourites.
Yeah, City are the favourites from what all of the media say, and even German media. But the only reason I would be confident is the fact that Wirtz's dad is his agent.
And he wants him to stay in Germany.
And he wants him to stay. And then our higher-ups are actually doing the deal and not the board. So Uri Hoeneß and Rummenigge are the ones that are doing the
we do not want Wirtz. Real Madrid. That's a Real Madrid fan, isn't it? Yeah, I don't blame them, bruv. They're already stacked, didn't they, with Gula? Gula needs to leave. If he don't get minutes next season, he needs to leave. Same with Camavinga.
I'd take him.
Yeah, Camavinga should be playing for him. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'll
Who you take
Cunha.
Camavinga?
Both.
Yeah, he'd be unreal. Yeah, of course you need. I think you need 2 midfielders, and I think you need a centre back. That's what I think Bayern need. Maybe 2 midfielders, 2 centre backs, and a winger, a left winger.
Yeah.
I think you get them 5 players, and Bayern will be back to being a half decent team
I just
and a good
wanna-
manager.
Like get me Gokares and Hudson, and then the rest of the players I want them to be from the league, our league, because that's when we were dominant, because we had our best players from our league.
Yeah, that's what we were doing as well. That's what Juventus did. That's just I think low key. That's what I'm saying. Like we should start doing that with Mateus Cunha. Just start raiding all the shit Premier League teams. Just take all their best players. Do you know what I'm saying? Might as well do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like, as much as I'm cautious at times because I don't want to sign players I don't want to have a whole team full of Brighton and Brentford and Bournemouth players. You need to have experience and winners in it. Do you know what I'm saying? But it works to a certain level, but we obviously signed Cantona from Leeds. They were the champions at the time, so he won the league at Leeds. Do you know what I'm saying? We signed Forest's best player in Keane. Do you know what I'm saying? So we kept doing that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when is your next live stream? Tomorrow, 7 p.m. I should be with Rashid. So make sure you check that out. Verts will go Real Madrid. Real Madrid did a Cruz replacement, bro. Man City. I watched it yesterday, bro. I think they need to change their system. I don't think this possession side to side works anymore. I think it's more about intense football now. Yeah, I think they need to go. Pep needs to revert back to fullbacks. Yeah, he needs to go into fullbacks again. He needs to go back to when he had Cancelo on the left or something like that, and then right back in Walker. He needs to change it, and they need physicality. Their midfield stinks. It's terrible, honestly. Kovacic and Gundogan. Obviously, De Bruyne is leaving as well, so stinks at the minute. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, 100.
No need for dig. Oh yeah, because I called in the shit Premier League teams. To be fair, Wolves were good a few years ago, but yeah, just go and that's what I'm saying. Like Mateta, I wouldn't mind Mateta from Palace. I'd actually prefer him to Delap, to be honest with you, but I think we're going to get Delap or Osimhen. I'm not sure what you think about it. I think we spoke about that yesterday, though. I typed in your chat. Like, do you even agree with the Brighton model or the Seagull Merchants? I don't agree with their model. Listen, I've been to Brighton numerous times. I live right next to it. Brighton's a lovely place. It's a lovely area. Honestly, it really is a lovely area. Yeah, so lovely place. Listen, there's some shitholes in England. Brighton is not one of them.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got a beautiful beach. I've driven past their stadium numerous times. They play in a nice stadium in a nice area. I'm sure the people are nice. I'm sure the town is nice. I'm sure it's fish and chips FC and all that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? It's lovely, but honestly, bro, it works for them in terms of what they want to do. But majority of the time, Renato Sanchez, scam. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea took all their manager, took all their scouts, took their sporting director, and then took their goalkeeper and their left back and finished 12th. Do you know what I'm saying? Caicedo and McAllister are probably the only 2 players that have actually worked. You could argue Cucurella, but do you know what's funny? McAllister won a World Cup before he joined Liverpool. Yeah. Cucurella's won Euros. Do you know what I'm saying? So these players are actually experienced in other departments. Do you know what I'm saying? I actually do like João Pedro. However, I'm nowhere near ever paying 80 million for him. Football club, he doesn't want to win though. Right? Yeah, exactly. They don't want to win. And don't tell me they can't win. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're at 9th and 8th in the Prem. They're fighting in Europe every year, so they can win They can win a trophy. Just I'm going to wrap up in about 5 minutes though. But yeah, man, what you got coming up, bro?
Just doing daily videos at the moment. I don't know when Bayern next play. I think it's on the weekend. Saturday. We play Saturday. So yeah, just doing daily videos at the moment, mate. Nothing much, to be fair.
Yeah, we got fucking Bournemouth, but I think we're going to throw it in the bin. It's kind of boring, isn't it, when you're doing that? Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing to fight for. We're just playing our B team because obviously Thursday we've got Bilbao. We got no games though this week. So yeah, be pretty dead week to be honest with you in terms of football content.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to get people on for shows, innit? But yeah, the Dortmund model was about my Dortmund model. I can't stand. Dortmund should be a massive club. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they've won a Champions League and they've won a few Bundesligas, but they should be a massive club. They play in an 80,000 seated stadium, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I'm saying? They should be a massive club. And instead they went down the route of selling all their best players and letting their best players go to their biggest rivals. They are, for me, a failed institution. I don't care how many trophies they win. They're a failed institution. They should be winning and challenging for the league. Even 2 years ago, they were fucking one game away from winning the league, and then they bottled it on the last day of the season. Yeah, they're not serious, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Bayern could go and buy Schlotterbeck this summer. That's their best centre back. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an horrendous man. But big up to everyone in the chat. Let me get everyone's links in. Let me get Zia's links. Let me just put everyone in the title, to be honest with you. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, I would personally, I would go out and sign, like, I'd go to Palace, and if you want, because they play similar formation, same with Wolves, I would go, if you want to get, I wouldn't want Eze, because I want Cunha over Eze, right? But we're going to get Mateus Cunha. I'd go and get either Mateo. If not, we're going to get Mateo, we're going to get Delap. So cool. I'd go and get a Walton. Just go and get him. Do you know what I'm saying? Play him in the midfield. He's proven he can play there. And we need a ball playing midfielder anyways. We need one. Do you know what I'm saying? So go and get him. Go and start raiding all the shit teams and taking all their best players. Do you know what I'm saying? We should have bought Tielemans years ago from Leicester. Now he's one of the best midfielders in the Prem. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a top player, bro. Do you know what I mean? But we let these players go, bro. And look, listen, we've obviously been bad at developing players. I'm not saying we haven't been, but like, we've also just been bad at buying players. Do you know what I'm saying? Buy Premier League proven talent and mix it with experienced winners, and I reckon it will end up. Chances are it ends up well. Do you know what I'm saying? Chances are it ends up well if you build the right system and the right environment around these players. Ends up well. But I'm going to wrap up, man. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Will for the raid. Big up to Bayern View for coming on. Big up to Zia Talks for coming on. Their links are in the title. So yeah, make sure you go subscribe to them. Make sure you subscribe to me as well. Road to 500 subs. And yeah, I'm out, people. Bosh. A happy St. George's Day as well to everyone. Happy St. George's Day. Big up to everyone. I'm out, people. Bosh. Big up to King. Big up to Adam. Big up to Kurt. Big up to Ryan. I'm out. Bosh.